Death has a pretty busy, if somewhat monotonous, job. On average, they process 165,000 accounts per day. Some of the filings are pretty routine. Alzheimer's, cancer, diabetes, drug overdoses, and violence kill people at roughly the same rates all year round. But other causes of death vary wildly at different times of year. Specifically, death's work piles up in winter. Deaths from flu and pneumonia increase dramatically during winter months because the bugs that cause those infections survive better in colder, drier weather and jump from host to host more easily as people crowd together indoors. But that only accounts for 20% of winter's extra death toll. What really keeps death late at the office is that deaths from heart attacks and strokes also rise when it's chilly. That's because in the cold, our blood vessels constrict to keep us from losing precious heat to the outside world, which is great, kind of. You see, narrower vessels also mean that our platelets, sticky blood cells that we sometimes want to clump together to form clots, are more likely to clump together when we don't want them to, blocking arteries and causing deadly heart attacks and strokes. The good news is that in the warmer summer months, those cold-related deaths let up, and the Reaper gets a reprieve. And so do we. Though deaths from a few other causes rise a little bit in the summer, there are more deadly car accidents because we tend to drive more, there are more drownings because we tend to swim more, and there are more fatal heat strokes because it's hotter, they don't even come close to the mountain of extra winter deaths. In all, roughly 30,000 more people worldwide die every day in the winter than they do in the summer. That's 20% more deaths. So you might think that at non-winter times of year, death would get to relax. But because the hemispheres of the world experience seasons at opposite times, when it's summer on one side of the world, it's winter in the other. So for death, it's always pretty grim.